obviously my first year in Miami, yeah, we had a big three. And everyone said it's a super team and super team that. But we had to build our team around all minimum guys, which was still okay, but we didn't fill out the complimentary guys enough. Yeah, we had Rio, we had Udonis, but we didn't have enough as far as enough complimentary guys to actually make it all work. And we still made it to the finals.
Well, Lakers fans, you guys are going to deal with having JJ Redick as the head coach of the Lakers, better known as the current sidekick of LeBron James. This is Sports Guy Talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about the real reason JJ Redick was hired by the Lakers, as he will be replacing Darvin Ham at the head coach position. Even though JJ Redick has zero experience being an NBA coach, he will be coaching LeBron James and the Lakers moving forward, as he is expected to help the Lakers become title contenders ASAP. Remember, JJ Redick already does a podcast called Mind the Game with LeBron James, as they already have a close relationship with each other. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So here it is. Was the JJ Redick hire a good move for the Lakers? I personally think that this was a bad move for the Lakers. I don't agree that this was a good move for the Lakers to make. I think the Los Angeles Lakers should have kept Darvin Ham as the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I believe it was a massive mistake for the Lakers to get rid of Darvin Ham. I thought Darvin Ham was a pretty good head coach when he coached the Lakers. You look at how Darvin Ham, he got the Lakers to the Western Conference Finals in year one. And then in year two, he got the Lakers to the NBA playoffs after it looked like the Lakers were not going to make the NBA playoffs for a period of time, and all because Darvin Ham lost to the Denver Nuggets 2 years in a row. Oh, he ends up getting the pink slip. He ends up being the scapegoat for LeBron James. You watch that Lakers Nuggets series this past season, and you tell me that Darvin Ham is responsible for losing that series? I don't think coaching had anything to do with the Lakers losing that series to the Denver Nuggets. They lost that series because they didn't know how to close out games more often than not. You look at the end of game two, where LeBron James missed a wide open three with under 30 seconds left to go. I don't know how coaching is going to solve that problem. How does coaching make LeBron James hit a wide open three? I mean, that was about as wide open as you're going to get at the NBA level. I could have easily hit that three under pressure. I do that at the ballpark all the time. Obviously, LeBron James didn't have the goods to deliver when it mattered most in that ball game, and that's why he choked. That's one of the reasons why he'll never be the GOAT. And obviously, he needs to blame somebody for his own shortcomings. So guess what? Darvin Ham ends up getting scapegoated, and now he wants to hire his buddy JJ Redick, which the Lakers acquiesced it to. If you're a real Lakers fan, I bet that they are going to be pissed that JJ Redick was hired as the head coach of the Lakers, because they feel like JJ Redick doesn't have enough experience to lead the Lakers to a title sooner rather than later. What was the complaint with Darvin Ham? He didn't have enough experience at the head coach position. So you know what the Lakers did? They went ahead and hired JJ Redick, a guy that has zero experience coaching in the NBA. Look, I'm not here to question JJ Redick's knowledge of the game. I know he knows X's and O's of basketball. He knows more about basketball players than I could ever dream of. I'm obviously just a guy sitting in my house talking about basketball on YouTube, but JJ Redick has actually played the game. He knows a lot about X's and O's involving the game of basketball. He knows how to break down opposing defenses, and I've heard the guy talk on his podcast and what he has done at ESPN. He is actually one of the better basketball talkers at ESPN. It's really a shame that ESPN is going to be losing JJ Redick, because he was one of the better talkers when it came to the coverage of the NBA, but we'll see what happens with that for ESPN moving forward, because the filth regarding NBA coverage at ESPN is already pretty bad, and now it's gotten even worse with the subtraction of JJ Redick. But as for JJ Redick going to the Lakers, whether or not this is a good move or not, hell no, this is not a good move for the Los Angeles Lakers at all, because this means that they were handing their control over to LeBron James. Who did LeBron James want the Lakers to hire the entire time? JJ Redick? Is JJ Redick a puppet of LeBron James? Maybe. It seems like that's the case. That's what I've been hearing on the podcast. I've watched their podcast a few times. I just wanted to educate myself and see what they were talking about. And obviously, I saw JJ Redick allow LeBron James to spread lies about his own legacy. That's why I showed you guys that 30-second clip before I gave my introduction out, because it was showing you guys how LeBron James was willing to lie about his legacy in the 2011 finals. And this dude was talking about how the 2011 Miami Heat was not a super team whatsoever, which is just absolutely crazy to me. I mean, you look at that roster that year, they had LeBron James, they had Dwayne Wade, they had Chris Bosh. That alone is already a super team. A super team is when you have 3 all-stars in their prime joined together on one team. That is literally the definition of a super team. LeBron James is the reason why super teams were even created in the first place. And now LeBron James wants to sit up there and tell people that a super team never occurred under his watch. Are you kidding me, LeBron James? That's just a flat out lie. If I'm Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, I'm cutting off contact with LeBron James immediately. Now, are they going to do that? I highly doubt it. I don't think they're going to do that. They're too close to LeBron James, and honestly, they're too nice. If I was LeBron James' friend and he said that about me, I would have cut off all contact with him. But you know what? That's what happens when you have conflict of interest, just like JJ Redick. JJ Redick is a smart basketball mind. He knows the game really well, but we all know that his interests are compromised because he was bought out and sold out to Clutch Sports, because we all know that JJ Redick is on their Clutch Sports payroll, and when you are on their payroll, you have to say things you don't actually believe in order to maintain a strong relationship. And we all know that JJ Redick has an interest in coaching basketball. JJ Redick knows that there's only 30 NBA head coaching jobs and that not every job is going to be open all the time. So he knew that he had to form a strong relationship with LeBron James in order to become a front runner for a head coaching gig in the NBA, which is why he sold out to LeBron James. Honestly, when JJ Redick talks to LeBron James, he sounds like an Instagram model trying to explain her prettiness to other people in society. What do I mean by that? You look how when JJ Redick talks to LeBron James, he looks good, he sounds good when he talks slowly, he tries to talk like an overeducator, but when you actually look at what JJ Redick is saying, he really is not saying anything of substance whatsoever. That's like an Instagram model looking beautiful on the outside, but in reality, she's just using filters on her face, and she's honestly being full of shit when you look at her personality. That's basically what JJ Redick is. He sounds good, he looks good, talking about the X's and O's of basketball, but then when you actually watch the podcast, what is it about? It's about spreading lies and spreading false narratives about the career of LeBron James. But am I surprised LeBron James is doing this? Hell no, because this is what LeBron James has done his entire career. He's done nothing but spread false narratives all the time. That's why he's named the coach killer in my book. You look at how he got Mike Brown fired in Cleveland. You look at how he tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired in Miami before Pat Riley told him to go kick rocks. And then he got David Blatt fired. And then he left Ty Lue high and dry. He quit on the Cavs not once but twice. And then you look at how he got Luke Walton fired. He got Frank Vogel fired. And he got Darvin Ham fired. And don't be surprised if he tries to get JJ Redick fired within 2 years. I guarantee you that JJ Redick will not be on the Lakers 3 years from now. He's going to get fired sooner rather than later. Not because he doesn't know the game, but because he will be used as a scapegoat for LeBron James. You look at how the Western Conference, it's getting better and better. It's already pretty strong to begin with, but now the West has gotten even deeper. LeBron James is done contending for championships. At this point, I believe LeBron James is only going to play in the NBA for 1 to 2 more seasons. We'll see how it plays out, but whenever LeBron James retires, that's about the time I expect JJ Redick to get fired by the Lakers. And if LeBron James is somehow still playing up to this point, then he will use JJ Redick as a scapegoat around him, because we all know that LeBron James does not last long with NBA coaches. I know some people are going to say, oh, LeBron James, he never had a great coach in his NBA career, but it's pretty hard to have a great coach in your NBA career when you're constantly firing coaches every 1 to 2 years, or if it's not every 1 to 2 years, then it's every 2 to 3 years. Either way, though, this does not look good for LeBron James whatsoever. As for the real reason JJ Redick was hired by the Lakers, the reasoning for this is rather simple. We all know that LeBron James wants to be the GM and basically call the shots for the Los Angeles Lakers. And we all know that JJ Redick is a sidekick of LeBron James. So LeBron James wanted his buddy to be hired as the head coach of the Lakers. JJ Redick is going to be the puppet for LeBron James moving forward. The team is basically going to be ran through LeBron, but JJ Redick will take the fall when things go wrong, and when things go right, LeBron James will take the credit. We all know that is what LeBron James does. That's what he's done his entire career, and I don't expect LeBron James to change that approach moving forward. That's just who LeBron James is. I don't really like the hire whatsoever for the Lakers. I understand JJ Redick knows X's and O's really well, but at the same time, we all know that JJ Redick is not going to get that much time to really grow in his role as a head coach. So that is why the JJ Redick hire was not a good move for the Lakers, as he will be fired from the Lakers organization within 3 years. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That'll be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video. Comment down below. Check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.